Larry Boone with Daddy's Honky Tonk Heart, ending this week's Country Time, which was presented and produced by Martina McGlynn. We'll be joining Fiachna O'Brien on for more great music on Late Date shortly. First, though, here on RTE Radio 1 at 5 minutes to midnight, it's over to Med Éireann for the RTE weather and sea area forecast, and there this evening is Paul Downs.
Thank you. Well, showers become largely confined to Atlantic coastal counties overnight, with a continuing chance of hail or sleet at times. Elsewhere, it'll be generally dry with long clear spells, turning cold though with lows of -1 to +4 degrees, leading to some frost developing in places in moderate northwest breezes. That frost will clear Sunday morning to leave a cold and bright day with good sunshine and just a few isolated showers. Highs tomorrow will be a little less harsh, 5 to 9 degrees, as winds ease light and variable. Cloud will increase from the Atlantic during the late afternoon, bring some rain to western parts during the evening, while winds become southerly and freshen. Sunday evening will be quite chilly, with some patchy frost in places before milder conditions and rain spreads across the country. This will be swiftly followed by a clearance to cooler, showery conditions once more by morning. While temperatures will fluctuate overnight, the lows will range from 0 to +4 degrees, while moderate to fresh southerly winds veer westerly later. Monday will be cold, bright and blustery day with sunny spells and scattered showers. Some of those showers may turn wintry at times too. The showers will be most frequent in the west and northwest. It'll feel raw though, in those with highs of just 3 to 7 degrees in moderate to fresh and blustery westerly winds. A spell of wet and very windy weather is expected across the country on Tuesday and into Wednesday, with a weather advisory issued for this time frame. And just to note, warnings are expected to be in the lead up to this event. Later in the week, conditions are expected to be ease a bit on Thursday, being mostly dry on Friday, starting similar but rain pushing across the country from the west later in the day. And now for your sea area forecast. Well, to start with, there is a gale warning in operation, and the meteorological situation as of 9 p.m. Low pressure of 992 hectopascals centred east of England extends a strong and unstable northerly airflow over Ireland. Showery troughs are embedded in the flow. The forecast from Malin Head to Wicklow Head to Mizen Head and for the Irish Sea. Winds north to northwest, force 6 or 7 and gusty. Later decreasing north to northwest, force 5 or 6. Further decreasing variable, force 2 to 4, but backing southwesterly west of Dungarvan, increasing force 3 to 5 towards the end of the period. The forecast from Mizen Head to Sline Head to Malin Head. Winds northwest, force 5 to 7, soon decreasing north to northwest, force 2 to 4, later backing southerly, force 4 to 6, further increasing force 6 to gale force 8 towards the end of the period. And for the weather on all Irish coast waters and the Irish Sea, scattered showers, imminently becoming mostly fair with isolated showers, later becoming cloudy with rain developing towards the end of the period. And the visibility on all Irish coast waters and the Irish Sea, moderate to poor in those showers, otherwise good. There is a warning of heavy swells on western Atlantic coasts. The outlook for 24 hours. Strong to near gale southwesterly winds veering northwesterly on Monday morning. Towards the end of the period, winds will ease fresh to strong and begin to back southwesterly in the west. Weather, rain extending eastwards Sunday night, clearing to squally showers on Monday. And now for your 11 p.m. coastal reports. Malin Head, north-northwest, 27 knots, gust to 42 knots, rain shower, 5 miles, 1008, rising. Boyam 5, north-northwest, 22 knots, gust to 35 knots. The visibility Tusker Lighthouse is greater than 10 miles, 1010, rising. Roche's Point, northwest, 17 knots, fair, 21 miles, 1013, rising. Valencia, north-northwest, 13 knots, fair, 14 miles, 1016, rising. Belmullet, north-northwest, 14 knots, cloudy, 13 miles, 1014, rising. And finally, Dublin Airport, west-northwest, 14 knots, fair, 10 miles, 1009, rising. That's all for me. I hope you have a good night.
Sunday with Miriam on RTE Radio 1.
Coming up this Sunday, one of the greatest Irish jockeys ever. A year on from his death from pancreatic cancer, I'll be joined by Frances Crowley, wife of champion jockey Pat Smullen. Also this week, from the Gobi Desert to singing for Bill Gates, we'll have music and chat from former Anuna performer Ada McFadden, and the heartening story of how the music community here in Ireland rallied to take care of one of their own.
Sunday with Miriam, Sundays from 10 a.m. on RTE Radio 1.
RTE News at midnight, I'm Danny Kuhn. Good morning. From today, anyone arriving into the state will now be required to present a negative PCR or antigen test results relating to COVID-19. A PCR test result taken within 72 hours of arrival is required from unvaccinated people, while an antigen test result will be required from people who are fully vaccinated or recovered from COVID-19. Passengers who arrive without a negative test result will have to home quarantine and take a PCR test within 36 hours of arrival. The British government has announced that people travelling to the United Kingdom will have to provide a negative COVID-19 test result on arrival from next Tuesday. The government has also added Nigeria to a red list of countries to which 10 days hotel quarantine will apply. The new rules will not apply to people travelling from Ireland to England. The Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, said the measures are intended to be temporary.
Since we learnt about Omicron, we're seeing an increasing number of cases linked to travel, and again, we've always said we were expecting if the changing data requires that, and that's why we've decided to bring in this change on pre-departure tests. Now, I will stress these are temporary measures. We want to remove them as soon as we possibly can, but before we learn more about Omicron, it is right that we have these measures in place.
CNN has fired its news anchor Chris Cuomo because of the help he gave his brother, the former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, in fighting allegations of sexual misconduct. The claims forced Andrew Cuomo to step down as governor in August and have led to criminal charges. Chris Cuomo was indefinitely suspended on Wednesday. And the weather forecast. Showers in the north and west will become mainly confined to Atlantic coastal counties tonight, with hail or sleet possible at times. Lows temperatures of -1 to +4 degrees with frost in places. The morning will be cold and bright with sunshine and isolated showers. Cloud will increase from the Atlantic in the late afternoon, bringing rain to western areas. Highest temperatures of 5 to 9 degrees. And that's it from the newsroom for now.
Thanks, Danny. And now at 2 minutes past midnight, it's time to hand over to Fiachna O'Brien for Late Date.
Late Date with Fiachna O'Brien on RTE Radio 1.
Yes, indeed. Thanks a million, Sarah.